Hey everyone, Since here, back this time with an Arma 3 general video. This is going to be the start of my tips and tricks series, which is going to be very short videos that will hopefully assist people, veterans and new players alike, with just basic Arma 3 things that kind of the game doesn't tell you and can save you a lot of time. Alright, so first up on the list is actually saving a loadout in the arsenal. So let's say you play a medic, or let's say you play a sniper, and you found a loadout that works for you. So you've gone through the arsenal, check out my arsenal video, you've equipped a rocket launcher, you've got your scopes, you've got everything, and you're like, okay, what now? You can actually save this loadout so that every time you play the game, you can just quickly select this loadout. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So you go into the arsenal box, so there's many of these around the base or whatever server you play on. You go to arsenal. This will bring up this screen. So as you can see, I have this, but let's say I want to go and play as my typical long range or medium range reconnaissance build, which is my Cyrus build, which we discussed in a separate video. So you can actually save this. If you just go into the arsenal, at the bottom you've got save. And as you can see, I have a lot of different loadouts saved, but let's say we just call this video. Okay. Video, and then I'm just going to load up a different one just so you can see how this works. Let's just do this. Okay. And so what happens now is when I go to my arsenal, this is there. And let's say I load this up and then I make a change and I feel like the change is better. So I go arsenal and I decide instead of using this Kalia scope, I want to use a DMS. Right? I click close. I now have my DMS scope instead. I go to arsenal, save, and it overwrites it. The second tip for today is locking your backpack. So have you ever played on a public server and you get incapacitated or you get killed and you go back to your corpse or you get revived and everything is gone from your backpack? Yes, it happens. It happens a lot. You can actually prevent this on many public servers. Not available in them all, but many public servers do have functionality to allow you to lock your backpack, which means that no one can access it while you're down, similar to locking a vehicle. To do that, access your inventory. So the default button for that is I for indigo, which brings you to this screen. And as you can see, here's my loadout currently. It's a diving loadout that I use for special missions. But if you click here, this button here, the backpack lock, you'll get this. Would you like to save your backpack lock setting? This will automatically lock your backpack every session. So this is great. So you can apply it once if you just have a very special loadout you're using once. But let's say you just don't want anyone to have your backpack take your backpack, or you just don't want to have to think about this. You want to just play the game and do your own thing. You can select this second option or the option on the left, which will mean that every time you log into the game, your backpack will be locked and you need to manually unlock it to have other people access it. So this is great for preventing people from stealing your stuff if you want. And the third tip for today is how to actually load up a scenario that you have downloaded off the Steam Workshop. This is a very common problem that I see new players and veteran players alike who have never used mods or scenarios or anything like that. So once you're in the workshop, the Arma 3 workshop, there's thousands of mods, there's thousands of scenarios, so I can't really talk you through them, but if you've found something that you like and you have subscribed to it, you can then load up. So you'll see this is a scenario up here, and it's a single player scenario. So this means that it is a completely dynamic mission, and all you have to do is load it up to play. You don't need to go onto a server, you don't need to have an internet connection, you just need to have Arma. You need to have these two DLC in the case of this one, and then that's all. So once you've downloaded a mod or a scenario or whatever, and you want to see how it works out, you simply you then launch Arma. So I've already done that. And so this is your home screen. So usually if you're playing online, you're going to go to server, or if you're playing with mods, you're going to enable mods here on the left hand side. However, when it comes to scenario, we do none of that. As you can see, I have no mods loaded. I am playing a completely vanilla version of the game. We click play. Alright, so this is the standard Arma home screen. Nothing really new here. So in order to load up a scenario, you go to single player scenarios. And as you can see, I have many scenarios downloaded. So if you have any of these, you just click them. But the one that I just showed you guys was the dynamic air combat training Rythan edit. So as you can see, I do this all the time. So I have restart and resume. If you've never played it before, you'll just have a launch button here. So I'm just going to restart it, which is basically like starting the mission new. I'll have to load into it like I will any other server or scenario or anything. And here I am on the home screen of this particular scenario. So on this particular scenario, I don't have to do anything. I just click continue. And once I click continue, I'm brought to a second loading screen, very brief loading screen. And then this loading screen will give me the option of what jet I want to fly. I select it, start, and then I'm on the runway. This is a plug and play scenario where the objective is to do air-to-air combat and also to do air-to-ground combat. And it is a completely dynamic mission. It never ends, and it is so much fun. This can also be done co-op, but we're not going to talk about that here. That's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or anything of the sorts, please let me know and I'll be happily respond to you. I will be planning to do many more of these short videos, as I feel like they're beneficial to everyone of all skill types and abilities in the game. And Arma 3 is a enormous sandbox. It has so much potential. It has so many mods, scenarios and things. That's why I like to go through as many things as I can, which will hopefully help players alleviate some fears or concerns they have, and also, you know, help them save time, because you want to, you know, be as efficient with your time as possible. See you next time.